Christian, you've said you have words about this game, and I would love to hear them.
My words about Star Fox Adventures?
Yeah.
It's the most interesting case study. You see, when I was playing through the game, I did not have the sinister undertones in my mind, where this game just kind of got shoved onto, or the license got shoved onto Rare so that they couldn't own the game that they were making.
Basically,
and so because of that, they kind of like rushed something out and just made it happen.
Yep.
Because they didn't like having to do this. You see, I was going through it like, wow, I see why Nintendo got rid of Rare.
Ouch.
That's kind of the thought that I was. This game's just a hot mess.
Okay, let's get into it then.
Okay.
I want to hear, because I think this is maybe the first game we've done where I'm more positive on it than you are, maybe?
Yeah? You think so?
Yeah, because I had an okay time with it.
The game's humor is kind of stupid.
Yeah.
It's dumb. I don't like it.
Yep.
What?
I hate Slippy's voice. Slippy's voice can die.
It didn't, Buck. The force field is down.
No, everybody's voice.
Everybody's voice. Yeah, I don't
Everybody's
think there's
voice.
a single good voice actor, and I can't think of one example
Okay.
where I have been extremely just hair-pullingly irritated and angry at voice acting or a character in a video game. I'm like, it's a video game. What do I care?
Uh-huh.
But the shopkeeper,
Welcome to my store. Feel free to look at the many wonderful.
you have to sit, he says the same things over and over. His voice, it might be the worst voice in video games ever. I hate it so much. And he says the same things that you can't skip, and he says them over and over and over and over and over. You pay this much, you pay this much, you pay this much.
No, that's too low.
No, that's too low. You paid this much, and then you give them all your golden scarabs. Be happy.
Yeah.
And I went through every single map. That was like the
Why?
longest 5 minutes of my life.
Why would you
I bought
do
every
that?
single map. It's pointless. It was pointless, but I bought every map because I felt like maybe I'll need them or
I
something.
didn't buy any maps.
I bought everyone and made them help
What are
one
you
bit.
doing? I like this. You're angry at this game. You're like, I was let down.
Yeah, I was.
By Star
this
Fox
is
Adventures.
like second-party Nintendo.
Yeah.
Put that down. You don't have enough scabs.
It's got the Star Fox license. It's got the Nintendo exclusivity, but like I never saw one person who owned this game. The graphics are pretty good. I'll
Yeah.
give them that much. The graphics are surprisingly good for a GameCube game. This is like borderline PS3 stuff going on here. Borderline Xbox 360 stuff, I should say.
Yeah.
It's not bad. The combat sucks.
Oh my god, the combat is awful.
It's garbage.
Yeah.
You got this 2-hit combo. It doesn't feel right. It
It
doesn't
takes
happen
like
right.
10 seconds. And
It does.
And
Yeah.
And I'm no game designer, but like the health only comes off at the end. It seems
Yep.
like.
Yeah, that's definitely what it
Which
seems
doesn't
like.
make any sense. So if you miss the last hit, it doesn't do anything.
Nope. It doesn't do anything.
It's bonkers.
And they introduce more mechanics later on, and they're supposed to help you with enemies, but I mean, you use them for like special enemies maybe. Like there was a guy with a shield, I used my ice thing on him once, and that was the only time I used the ice thing in combat.
Oh, Christian.
Other than that, it was just wait for an opening, boom, 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 sit there, tap, tap, tap. I'm having so much fun because I'm tapping the button and watching him do this boring animation.
I got a pro tip for you if you ever play this
Okay.
game again.
Yeah?
Just use the ice blast on everybody
On everybody?
because it's a one-hit kill.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This game has a lot of pointless resource management. You're sitting there gathering mushrooms to feed the little dinosaurs so that you can dig stuff up. Yeah, it's stupid. But
I'm
there's
stuffed.
there's the stuff's all over.
Yeah.
The stuff that you pick up is all over. So
Yeah.
it's like it's just kind of like feels like padding at that point where
Yeah.
you don't have the resources you need, but they're required in order to progress. So they have like this plant sitting here. So you need to hit the plant, get the gem, and
Hit
if
that
you
plant.
miss up again, you got to wait for it to regenerate again.
Yeah, like they always
Thanks.
give you what you need, so it's never
Yeah.
like, it's like why even have the system? Because it's just like, okay, you need magic to do this thing, so we have to make sure you have magic at this part, or you can't get past it. So then they put the plant there for you to get the magic back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
It doesn't make sense.
no,
I feel like this game would have been better by not being a Star Fox game.
I agree.
If it did not have Star Fox or anything to do with Star Fox, I
Yeah.
feel like, at least in my eyes,
Yeah.
I can't explain exactly why or what, but it probably would have been quite a bit better.
It's because it would have been a cute little rare game about like
Yeah.
British dinosaurs, and
Yeah.
people would have forgotten about it.
All the Star Fox stuff just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Why would he do an on-ground excursion? That makes no sense.
Why is
You gotta put the pieces of the planet back together. Oh no, I can't put them back together. I guess you have to go on the planet's surface.
Why is he like a surfer dude guy?
Yeah, yeah. His voice actor is bad.
He's like always
Wisecracking, being sassy.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about the voice acting a lot, but there's this one line where the mom Tyrannosaurus Rex, or no, not Tyrannosaurus Rex, the Triceratops. She was like, Fox, you have to get the spirits to put into the temple for the spell stones to go into the thing. And Fox is like, well, that's stupid, but I'm with you. And I was just like, oh, this game. What's going on? And then Tricky is there, and he sucks, and
Oh my god.
and he doesn't do anything. You have a fire blast, and you use him to do fire. Yeah, Tricky's terrible. It's not as bad as it could be because it's not like an escort mission because you don't have to like protect him at all. It's easy to rag on this game, but Tricky's not a terrible. He sucks because he's a bad character, but it's not like using him as terrible. You just kind of tell him to do things, and he does them.
Yeah.
It's no worse
guess.
than like having to get the crystals to use your magic to open a door or something.
You got clipped on things a few times for me, or else you
Oh,
would just
sure.
not show up, and then I would have to like do this thing where I'd have to call him and then tell him to do something, and then he'd do it.
Yeah. Or when you tell him to stand on a plate and then halfway through the thing, he just decides to get off of it and follow you around and go, dum-de-dum, or whatever. He sings his little song.
Yeah. The other mechanical thing I wanted to mention that seemed like they wanted to get across through early on in development was the kind of seamless transitions between areas to some extent.
Yeah, that's really interesting how they did it because it doesn't work right. You never know where you're coming or going from because the route everywhere is a different like configuration of just like a symmetrical, like an S shape.
Yeah.
It's super weird.
Yeah, like especially there's the one place where you have to go to like the lunar area or whatever.
Oh, I
And you
hated
have to
that place.
Go down the tree trunk and there's like the wind that blows you up. There's a left and a right, and both of them have like 2 mushrooms that are going up and down, or 3 mushrooms that are going up and down in order to try and get to the other side.
Yeah.
And so there's like no way to differentiate between the two, and despite going like to that place 3 times, I still couldn't tell you which way I was supposed to go in order to get to the place I wanted to, because they're exactly the same.
Okay.
A lot of the music
Yes.
is short loops
Yes.
that just repeats.
But in the Torntail How, it's like, oh, so I
Oh.
Why
Yeah,
is
that's
there?
really true.
Why is it dinosaur planet and there's mammoths?
Yeah.
Why is
And
the
Fox
statue a
Lady.
Scottish man?
Oh no. Oh, the warp stone, no.
Nobody ever brings me gifts anymore!
Yeah, that was stupid.
Yeah.
So I'm playing the game, and that's like right at the beginning. And he's like, "No one gives me gifts anymore." And I'm like, "Did I miss something? Was there a cutscene I didn't trigger? What's the
Nope.
deal here?" And so I like try and go on different spots on him, see if I was missing
no.
something somewhere.
Yeah.
And nope, that was the only place I could interact with him, and he kept saying the same thing. So, yep, I had to pay this much for his rock thing.
Rock
And that's-
candy.
Yeah.
Fox,
that's,
you are my friend. Do you want to go to the maze? I won't tell you what it is, but you can go there.
Go to good old recycled Krazoa Palace a bunch of times through him.
Yeah, like the structure of this game I hate because it's like my problems with the Zelda structure, but like worse because it's like, okay, you go to the thing, you do basically what's a dungeon, except it's really short, and then it's like, okay, you got the spellstone. Now you take the spellstone to the spellstone palace thing, and you have to do that. It's like another little mini dungeon, except they repeat it because you go back to the same place. And then after that, you have to go do the Krazoa thing, which is another little dungeon that you've already done. So like to make any progress in this game, you have to do like the same thing 3 different times, and it's all stuff you've done already.
Yep.
It doesn't make any sense.
And there's one where at the end, the whole thing is a It's a stupid
It's a dream.
QuickTime event. Yeah, a stupid dream QuickTime event where you need to move the control stick in order to keep in the green bar. And like the first 3 times it happened, and you have to start at the beginning if you mess it up once. The first 3 times it happened, I'm just going, and then I'm like, the first time I'm like, oh shoot, what's going on? I die. Second time I'm like, okay, I need to keep looking at the dinosaur, and then I die. And the third time I just start looking at the bar, and then it shifts to this spot where the control stick just randomly starts moving in this one direction. I have no chance to prepare for it. I die.
Yeah.
So it was just trial and error memorization QuickTime event, and I had to play through a decent chunk of the game just to get to it again.
Yeah, because it's not like they just start you over. It's like, okay, solve these puzzles again. Speaking of which, I actually really liked, towards the very end of the game, there's like the sun and moon stones you have to get. That's like, it was kind of fun. It was like kind of like Zelda-y puzzles, but they seemed like they were a little bit better than the puzzles in the rest of the game.
Yeah.
And I was like, this would have been more fun if the rest of the game was like this.
Yeah, to some extent, yeah, I see what you mean. The cute maze where you got to do things kind of fast, or the blocks, the sliding blocks puzzle, which is something straight out of the Zelda Ice level. You see, I'm harping the crap out of this game because there's a lot of little things that ground on me.
Okay.
But as a whole,
yeah,
it's passable.
It is. It's totally fine.
It's passable. Why is there a different language? Why did they have to make that up for this game? You get the translator early on. Does the foreign language lend anything to this game? I don't think it does. I don't think there's one situation in which it matters. What, like Star Fox at the beginning is like, oh, I can't understand these people. And then Slippy's like, I'll have to work on the translator.
Because don't you get like the staff, and then the best cutscene in the whole game happens, and then she's like talking to you in like her made up stupid language, but Fox is like, do you have the translator at that point?
No, you do not.
So
Fox
Fox
just
picks up a stick and he starts hearing
Yep,
and then he falls in love with her.
Yep, that's what happens.
Saxophone music.
Oh no, that's so bad! So, we get to the last 45 minutes, and I wonder where Falco was the whole time, huh?
I don't know. I wonder where the boss fight was the whole time.
Oh, who knows? I wonder who the bad guy is. So, you know, you go and do your big grand battle with General Scales, and then, oh, fake out!
No,
it was the spirit!
First off,
yeah, go ahead.
First off,
Yep.
explain to me, knowing what you know now, explain to me what happens when Crystal goes to the temple in the beginning and gets trapped in the crystal.
I don't know.
Is Andros just floating behind a pillar and then he pushes her into a crystal?
I don't know. I don't think they planned this.
Because she's like, it's you. How does she know who he is? Why is he there?
I don't know. Who knows?
Why is it implied that the spirits are bad, but then they're good? And then it's like...
No sense. Who knows? I certainly don't. Excuse to have a Star Fox boss at the end.
That's kind of a cool boss.
It was alright. I mean...
Did you lose it all?
Yeah.
He is so smug.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Did you at any point have fun during this game, Christian?
I found myself mildly amused during certain portions. I guess I can say that I was mildly entertained running around making progress. Knowing that I was making progress
just because
the
monkey part of your brain was like, rewards.
Yep, that was it. Like, oh, I got a new thing. That means I'm doing something right. I got a cutscene. Okay.
I'm closer to the
I know that
end.
I'm not completely lost.
Yep.
Here.
Plot's moving forward. Why is it at the end of the game you get all the spell stones and you put them in the thing, and then all the chunks of planet go back into the planet, and then they go back out of the planet.
Yeah.
And then you go ask the guy, and he's like, well, Fox, it's not the spell stones, it's the Krazoa spirits. And it's like, well, why didn't anyone tell me that to begin with? Good thing I've been collecting them this whole time.
Yeah.
Why did they go back in? Oh, you know what was really cool was the T-Rex boss fight.
Okay.
I thought that was fun.
That was cute.
I wanted to end on a positive note.
Okay. The T-Rex boss fight was pretty okay.
Yeah. Because like right now, as it is, we would put this at the bottom, right? Because
Yeah.
yeah. And then the dad's like,
Ha ha ha, son. You will go on a space adventure.